Power BI course is divided into how many modules? 4 modules. What are the 4 modules is? First module we have is Power Query. What is that? Power Query. First module is Power Query, where we will perform ETL activities. What you will do there? ETL activities. That is the first module. Second module is Power Pivot. What is that? Power Pivot. Or you will create what? OLAP database. Third module is Power View, where you will create reports. Where you will create what? Reports. Fourth module is Power BI service. Fourth module is Power BI service. What you will do in the Power BI services, you will share the reports with the client. Share the reports with what? Client. Share reports with clients. Here, important point you need to understand is each module is independent to one another. Each module is independent to one another. So ETL work is a separate work. Creating OLAP database is a separate work. Creating reports is a separate work. Sharing the reports with clients is a separate work. There is no dependency. You can start any module parallelly. Understand? You can start Power Query parallelly, Power Pivot parallelly, Power View parallelly, and Power BI service parallelly. See, let's say you want to complete the course in a month also. So you can attend separate modules in separate classes. As each module, strictly I'm telling you need to treat in the brain, what you need to have is treat Power Query as a separate software. Then only you can learn the best. Treat Power Pivot as a separate software. Treat Power View as a separate software. Don't treat that it is a single software. Even though they are all available in where? Power BI desktop. You treat them separate softwares. Even I will explain the classes separately. First module wise I'll discuss separately. And once I discussed each module separately, finally I'll discuss how these 4 modules will work together to complete the project. Finally, I'll give a clear picture how these 4 modules will work together to complete the project. That is the reason every week you will get the new module start dates, guys. Every week you will get what? New module start dates. Like this, you'll get it. Every week you'll get one mail with the name called new modules start dates. When you go to that mail will clearly tell you what modules we are going to start for that particular week. Power Query so and so date, so and so time. Power Pivot so and so date, so and so time. You'll find it. So as every module is independent with one another, you guys can start directly go and start Power BI service also, no problem. Right? The work you are going to do is separate. Or you can even start Power BI service also. Right? So each module, I want to write a point. Each module is independent with one another. Each module is independent. There is no dependency. So first, what I'll try to do is concentrate. First, I'll for your batch. First, I'll start with what? Power View. Power View is the easiest module where we will create what? Reports. Easiest module. First, I'll start with this. And the second easiest module is what? Power BI service. Then we will discuss this. And the third module is what? Power Query. And the last module will start what? Power Pivot. Once you are done with all the 4 modules, I'll tell you how these 4 modules will work together to complete the project. Okay. In this way, we'll go. Today, we are going to start with what? Power View. So I'm strictly telling again, treat each one as a separate software. Don't think that, don't link it at this point of time. Learn each module separately. We'll start with, as each module is independent, among all the modules, which module is easy? I'm telling Power View. I'm going to start with what today? Power View. I'll save this as something like Power View. This as I'm going to discuss here, Power View, and I'll give the batch timings like 8 p.m. Uh, April month. We are going to start with what? Power View, guys. Power View. I'll use this same notepad for all the Power View classes. So today is the first class in where? Power View. Today is the class number 1. What I'm going to discuss in the class 1 is, let me open a Power View schedule. This is the Power View content. Today is the class 1. These are the topics I'm going to discuss as part of class 1. I'm just copying. This is the topics I need to discuss as part of what? Class 1. So like this, every class will have some content what I'm going to cover. Today, in the Power View, today's class is class number 1. I'm going to discuss these topics in the class 1. These are the topics I'm going to discuss. In the class 1, first we'll start with what? Power View introduction. Then we will start with what? Power BI Desktop user interface. And then we'll talk about a topic called visual interactions. All these are related to visual interactions only. 3 points you will learn today. First one, Power View introduction. Second one, Power BI Desktop introduction, user interface, Power BI Desktop user interface. Last, visual interactions. All these are visual interactions only. Let's try to understand today's class extensively. Fine. First, Power View introduction. So what is the use of this? Another important point. In order to work with Power View, you need to open which software? Power BI Desktop. First go and open Power BI Desktop. When I double click on it, it will open Power BI Desktop or not. Once it open, you'll get a welcome screen. The screen name is what? Welcome. You need to go to new, click on what? Report. Once you open Power BI Desktop, you need to click on new report. Once you click on new report, it opens successfully which software? Power BI Desktop. Now, today, you guys are planning to work in which software? Power View. In order to work with Power View, you need to have some tables in the Power Pivot. Only thing you required is in the Power Pivot some tables. If you have some tables in the Power Pivot, I can use the tables in Power View. I can create what? Visuals or reports. Only thing you required is what? Tables. So in order to work, in order to learn all the Power View things, you need to have some tables in the Power Pivot. Let's write that point. To work with Power View software, we need some tables in the Power Pivot. To work with Power View software, we need some tables in the Power Pivot. We need some tables in where? Power Pivot. Power Pivot. How to bring the tables is, to bring the tables, go to Power Query. Use which option? New source. Use new source. That is not only the way you have. There is another way also to bring the tables. You can even bring the tables using what? Get data also. Get data also will help you. I'll tell you the difference, guys. Get data also will help you to bring the tables, right? So we can add the tables to Power Pivot. See, as I want to work in Power View software, I need some tables in where? Power Pivot. To bring the tables into Power BI, we have 2 ways. How many ways? 2 ways we can bring the tables. Bring the tables. What are the 2 ways we have to bring the tables is? First way to bring the tables is go to Power Query. Go to Power Query and you will find an option called what? New source. That is one way. Second way is, tell me guys, when you are in the model view, you are in which software? Model view belongs to which software? Power Query, Power Pivot or Power View? Power Pivot. When you are in the Power Pivot, you will find what? Get data. Data view belongs to which software? Power Query or Power Pivot or Power View? Power Pivot. Data view also related to what? Power Pivot. Here also you will find what? Get data. When you are going to report view belongs to which software? Power View, right? Power View also you will find what? Get data. So one way to bring the tables is, go to the Power Query, use an option called what? New source, that we already know. Second way to bring the tables is either from Power Pivot or either from Power View. Either from Power Pivot or Power View, you'll find what? Get data. You'll find get data. These are the 2 ways we have to bring the tables. Let's try to understand what is the difference quickly. So let's go to Power Query. Click on new source, bring some tables. Online people, please be unmute. Uh, Click on new source, bring some tables. Let's say I want to bring some tables from Excel. Click on Excel workbook. Let's say I want to bring the tables from one of the Excel file called financial sample. Click on open. Once you select the Excel, once you open, you will see the tables. Once you see the tables, you select what table you need, what tables you need. Once you select the tables, when I go with new source, here you see two options. One is OK, second one is what? Cancel. When you press OK, so when you go to Power Query new source, you will see two options. One option you see is what? OK. Second option you see over there is what? Cancel. When you press OK, tables will get into the Power Query. Yes. Selected table will get into the Power Query. Selected tables will get into Power Query. Get into Power Query. So when you want to get selected table to Power Query, okay. Cancel, what it will do is, see, when I all this time I use okay only. I never use what? Cancel. When I click on cancel, connection to this Excel will lost. When I go and click on cancel, now go and see, do you have connection to that Excel now? No. What happens when you click on cancel? What happens when you click on cancel? Connection to the data source will lost. Right, connection to the data source will lost when you click on cancel. How to re-establish the connection again? New source, where? Excel. Which Excel? Financial sample. Click on open. Once you click on open, once you select the table, this time you can press what? Okay. When you press OK, the table will get into the Power Query or not? Once the table is there in Power Query, what you can do? Transform the data. So if sometimes tables will have proper data. When tables have proper data, what you can do? Load it. Directly you can click on what? Close and apply. When I click on close and apply, a table will be loaded into Power Pivot or not? Yes. You will see in the model view, how many tables you'll see now? Only one table, only financial table. Okay. So this is not only way to add the table to Power Pivot. I said that we can even add the tables to Power BI using what? Get data. Let's understand what is this get data. So now I want to bring some more tables from another Excel. Click on get data. Same you will see. Again connectors you will see. In the new source, what connectors you will see. Here also same connectors you will see. Get data. I want to use which connector? Excel. Let's say I want to bring the tables from sample superstore Excel. Select the sample superstore. Click on open. Till here the steps are same or not? Same. Click on open. Once you open, it will show the tables. Same again. Once you select what tables you need, the difference you will find is the below options, right? So previously, what are the options you seen when you go with get data new source? When you go with new source, only two options. Okay, cancel. When you go with get data, how many options? Three options. Load, transform data, cancel. You need to know when to use load. Next option is what? Transform data. Next option is what? Cancel. Same. Cancel will do same thing here and there. So when to click on load, when to click on transform data, let me tell you. So what you can do once you select the table is in the right hand side. When you select the table in the right hand side, we can preview the data. What you can do? Preview the data. When I go and check it here, in the orders table, do you have proper data or not? You can check it. Do you have proper data here? Orders table, let's say proper data is there. When I go to people's table, I noticed we don't have proper column headers. When I go to returns table, I noticed don't have proper column headers. Some of the tables required what here? Transformations. When you require transformations, you need to click on what? Transform data. So now you are in model view. Now you are in Power Pivot. From Power Pivot, you directly connected to the Excel, you selected the table. What you noticed is few tables required what? Transformation. Now you will click on load or transform data, means you will click on transform data. When you click on transform data, these tables will open in where? Power Query. Yes or no? Yes. Go and click on transform data. These tables will open in the Power Query. Then what you can do? Which table you need to transform? Go to the table, do the transformation. Returns table also do the transformation. Once you done the transformation, click on what? Close and apply. Okay. Let me tell you another example here. I want to bring some more tables from another Excel. When you want to bring some more tables from another Excel, again you need to click on what? Get data. This time again what? Excel. This time I'll go to which Excel? EMP, DEPT Excel, click on open. Now I'll go and select employee table, DEPT table and managers table. When I select employee table, I can preview the data of employee table. What I noticed is data is in the proper format. DEPT table also have proper data. Manager table also have proper data. What I noticed is all the tables what I selected have proper data. What you need to click on? Load. When I click on load, the tables will directly go to Power Pivot. That means it will bypass Power Query. It will bypass Power Query. Why you are bypassing Power Query? You don't need to transform, right? So here, when I click on load, tables will load into where? Load into Power Pivot. Power Pivot. It means what it is doing? Bypassing Power Query. Bypassing Power Query. So when I click on transform data, what happens? Tables will open in Power Query. Tables will open in Power Query. Tables will open in Power Query. So, okay, so now we need to click on load or transform data. Load. When I click on load, directly the tables are loading into Power Pivot. It will bypass the Power Query. If you go and check whether the tables are loaded or not. Yes, it got loaded directly into Power Pivot. So I'll tell you one point. Take an example. SQL Server have tables. The tables don't require any transformations. The tables require what? Don't require any transformations. You'll bring these tables into Power BI using new source or get data. New source or get data. Get data.
Get
Get data,
data.
what it will
Get
do?
it.
Bypass what? Power Query directly load it into Power Pivot. When tables are there in proper format, you don't need to go to Power Query, you don't need to use new source. You can directly go to get data and you can load it. Let's say in Excel you have some tables which require transformations. Then better to go to Power Query and use what? New source. Now you got the difference between new source and get data, right? Both are used to do what? Bring the tables to Power BI. There are two ways to bring the tables to where? Power BI. What are the two ways? From Power Query using what? New source. From Power Pivot using what? Get data. You know when to use which one, right? So now when you have some tables, now I have tables in the Power Pivot. Now you can directly go to Power View. You can start creating what? Visuals or reports. Yes. Only thing is you required some tables. Now I have a lot of tables here. Now I can go to where? Report View. Report View is nothing but which software? Power View, and you will get report canvas. In the report canvas, I can start building what? Visuals. So for coming 2-3 weeks, we will try to learn in Power View how to create what? Visuals. Right. So first, I said that in today's class, I'm going to discuss about Power View introduction. What is that? Power View introduction. We know about Power View already. What is the Power View introduction is? So Power View is a reporting software which is used to create what? Visuals or reports. Power View is a reporting software which is used to create what? Visuals. Collection of visuals, we call it as what? Report. Let's write that point. Power View is a reporting software. Power View is a reporting software which is used to create visuals, which is used to create what? Visuals. That visuals we call it as what? Report. That visuals we call it as report. Okay. Now in order to create visuals, you will use which software? Power Pivot. Whatever data is there in the Power Pivot, now currently in the Power Pivot, data is in the form of tables. If the tables data client want to understand that data, you need to present in graphical format. Where you can present the table data in the graphical format is Power View. So Power View is a reporting software which is used to create visuals. Visuals means graphical representation of data. Graphical graphical representation of data we call as what? We call as visuals. When you graphically present the data, we call it as visuals. Let's take an example. I have a category in the orders table. I have category column and I have sales column. I want to show category wise sales. Now category and sales are there in the table format. Can we understand each category how much sales from this table format means? No. How can you understand? Go and take one pie chart. It's a visual. In the pie chart, go to orders table, drag which column? Category, drag which column? Sales. Do some basic formatting here. Select the visual, go to format, Stop the legend. Go to the detail label, change category comma data value. Now I can easily understand category wise sales. Technology is doing how much sales? 836 cases. Furniture 742 cases. Office supplies. So whatever the data is there in the table format, if you can present in the visual format, client can understand easily. To present the data, table format data in the visual format, we'll use which software? Power View, guys. That's we will learn. Extensively we will learn. Okay. Now, where we will create the visuals also we know. When you go to the report view, you will get report canvas. Yes or no? When you go to the report view, you'll get report canvas. Report canvas is the place where we will create the visuals. So when I go to report view, you'll get report canvas. Report canvas is the place where we will create visuals. We'll create visuals. Okay. Now the next point is, okay, this is the basic understanding. Anyway, 3 weeks you will talk about Power View, right? You will get clear picture. Now let's go and start understanding about what? Power BI Desktop user interface. When you start learning any software, first try to learn the user interface. Try to learn what? User interface. Power BI Desktop user interface, UI. If you look at here, this is Power BI Desktop. This is what? Power BI Desktop. This complete one, we call it as user interface. This complete one, we call it as what? User interface. This user interface contains how many sections totally means? Look at here. The first section you have is, so first section I'll talk about is data pane. So this is the first section I'll talk about. Second section I'll talk about is visualization pane. What is the name of the section? Visualization pane. Terminology is important. Third section we'll talk about is what? Filters pane. Fourth section we'll talk about is what? Ribbon. The top one we call it as what? Ribbon. A fourth section is ribbon. And fifth section we'll talk about is what? Multiple views. Multiple views. And the sixth section we'll talk about is report canvas. And the last section we'll talk about is pages section. Sixth, seventh. Totally how many sections it Power BI Desktop user interface is divided? 7 section. Let me quickly talk about that 7 section. First section is what? Data pane. Which one? Data, and this one we call it as pane. Data pane will contains list of tables we loaded into Power Pivot. So what are the tables you loaded into Power Pivot? You can see them in where? Data pane. These tables we will use it for what? Building the visuals are reports. So let's write that point. Data pane will have list of tables we loaded into Power Pivot. Data pane will show what? List of tables we loaded into where? Into Power Pivot. How many tables I loaded into Power Pivot now? Almost I loaded 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tables. How many tables you are seeing here? 7 tables. And another point is all the tables will be sorted in alphabetical order. When you sort these tables in alphabetical order, which one is coming first? Department A to Z. Why tables will be sorted A to Z means searching the table will become easy. Sometimes you'll have 20 tables also. When they are not in alphabetical order, searching will become difficult. Not only tables. If you go to the orders table, in the orders table, what is the first column you have? I'm in the table view, row ID. Second column, order ID. Third column, order date. When I go to report view, when I expand the orders table, do you have row ID or category column? Category column. Row ID is not there. Again, columns also sorted in alphabetical order. When you sort the columns in alphabetical order, first column you are getting is what? Category A, B, C, D, like this, right? A to Z again. So what we noticed is in the data pane, tables and columns will be sorted in alphabetical order. Tables and columns will be sorted in alphabetical order. Alphabetical order. Alphabetical order A to Z. Yes or no? Yes. For easy accessing purpose. Why they are doing like that? Easy accessing purpose. That is about data pane. Next one, visualization pane. Second section we have is visualization pane. Visualization pane. What visualization pane will contains is the default visuals which we commonly used in Power BI. The table data you need to graphically present, right? To present it, you need to take what? Visualizations. In short, we can call it as visuals or visualizations. You need to go and pick the visuals. In Power BI, we not only have these visuals, guys. This we call it as default visuals. In Power BI, there are a lot more visuals. When I go to the three dots, click on what? Get more visuals. When I click on get more visuals, I'll go to a page where you have a lot of Power BI other visuals. When I go here, you'll have hundreds of visuals. Almost in around 300 visuals, you can present the data. How many visuals you can present the data in Power BI? Around 300 visuals you'll have. So, but even though you have 300 visuals, these are the visuals which we commonly use 99%. 99% you will use these visuals. We call these visuals as default visuals. What is this? When you go here, you have the visuals in this page, right? We call them as custom visuals. What is that? Custom visuals. Mostly we'll use which visuals? Default visuals only. They will give better performance. Visualization pane will have default visuals. Visualization pane will have default visuals which we commonly used in Power BI, which we commonly used in where, guys? In Power BI. Visualization pane will have default visuals which we commonly used in Power BI. Okay. Okay. Visualization pane will have default visuals which we commonly used in Power BI. Okay, we understand visualization pane also. Next one is what? Filters pane. We'll talk about every visual. Every visual will have some certain purpose. We'll discuss. Next one is filters pane. Third section is filters pane. What is the use of filters pane is? Filters pane is used to show subset of data in the visual. When I go to the orders table, when I go and check here, there is a region column. How many different regions we have is, how many regions? 4 regions. What are the 4 regions is central, east, south, west. When I go to the sales column, I have all the 4 region sales values. When I go and take one card visual, when I go to orders table, when I drag the sales column, it will show how many region sales here? 4 regions, complete sales. But client is asking to show here, instead of 4 regions, they are asking to show only central sales here. What? Central sales. Now table have 4 regions, but in the visual, I need to show only one region. What you need to use now? Filter pane. Where you need to do, what you need to do? Filter the data. Where you can filter the data? Filter pane. Let's write here. The third section is filter pane. What is the use of filter pane is? Filter pane is used. Now you understand only at a high level. Visualizations I'll talk about 1 week. Filters I'll talk about 2 hours. Right. But now you need to understand what we will do in each place. Next one is filter pane. Filter pane is used to show what? Subset of data in where? In visuals. Whenever we need to show subset of data in the visuals, we need to use filter pane. Now I want to show only central data. You have 4 regions, you want to show only one region, that is subset. You need to go to filters. You need to go to filters on the visual. You need to drag the region column. Which region data I need to show? Central. Select central. Now it is showing, this visual is showing only what? Region is central. Yes or no? Yes. Simple. Like this, we can show subset of data. Perfect case. So we understand filters pane. Next one is we need to understand about the ribbon. When I go to the ribbon, so all the Microsoft products will have this kind of ribbon. If you go to the Word, you have this ribbon. Yes or no? So in the ribbon, what tabs are there? Home, Insert, Design. If you even go with one Excel, it's also Microsoft software. You have tabs, right? Home, Insert, Page Layout. How you have the tabs here? Even in the Power BI desktop also, have this ribbon or not? A similar kind. Word you will see, PowerPoint you will see, and Excel you will see same kind of ribbon. Ribbon contains what? Tabs. And each tab will contains what? One group. Each tab will contains what? Group. When I go to Home tab, this is one group. What is the name of the group? Data. There is another group. What is the name of this group? Queries. There is one other group. What is the name of the group? Insert. Another group, calculations. And each group contains options. We call them as GUI options, right? So ribbon contains what? Fourth section is ribbon. Generally, ribbon contains tabs. Ribbon contains what? Tabs. Each tab contains what? Groups. Each group contains what? GUI options. We use the GUI options to develop what? Report. To develop report. Whatever you are going to develop in the Power BI desktop, we call it as what? Report case. That you need to make use of all these options in order to develop the report. Yes or no? Let's say to the report, I need to add logo. I need to add company logo here. In order to add the logo to the report, we need to use one option. Yes or no? What is the option you need to use is go to insert. In the insert, there is an option called what? Image. There is an option called what? Image. So logo is nothing but an image. Click on image, desktop, browse what image you need to add. There is one image with the name called download. I added it. Now, does it added any title to the report? Means yes. Sorry, any logo means yes. Beside the logo, I need to give the title to the report. When you want to add a title to the report, you need to add a text box. So to add a text box, to do any work, we need to use what? GUI options. When I go to insert tab, there is a text box. Click on the text box, move it wherever you want. So what is the title you need to write is sales report. What I'm writing? Sales report. Select this text, choose the font style, choose the font size. If you want bold it, if you want center it, like this you can just do the formatting, align it to the center, all this. Now you got some title to the report or not? Like this, we will use this GUI options to develop the report case. Now currently, how many tabs you are seeing is home tab, insert tab, modeling, view, optimize, help. When I go and select the visual, two more tabs got added, right? Based on the object you select, the tabs will vary. When I don't select any visual, some 6 tabs you are seeing. When I go and select one visual, two more tabs. When I select the table, one more tab. When I select the column, one more tab. So these tabs, based on the selection you are doing, you might see more tabs or less tabs. So by end of this course, you guys will understand about all the tabs, all the groups, all the GUI options. How almost all the GUI options, you will have some idea by end of this course, right? So this options are related to different softwares, guys. Some options are related to Power Pivot, some options are related to Power View. All the options are there. Power BI Desktop contains how many softwares? Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View. A Power Query is there in a separate place. When I go to transform data, all these options are related to what? Power Query. But so in the same UI, you have Power Pivot and Power View, right? So by end of the course, you will get idea about all the tabs. That is about the ribbon. Once after the ribbon, fifth section is multiple views. What is that? Multiple views. A few months back, 1 month back or 2 months back, when you open Power BI Desktop, you might see only 3 views. Now they added one more view. What is that? DAX query view, right? Previously you don't have it. Might be if people who know Power BI, so previously you might see only these 3 tabs. Yes or no? Now you have another tab. So what we call them as views, guys. What are the multiple views you have is, first view you have is report view. What is that? Middle one you have is table view or data view. Table view. And next one is model view. And the last one is DAX query view. DAX query view. What is the report view is for creating the visuals. For creating what? Visuals. What is the table view means? To create new information. To create new information using which language? DAX language. What is the model view means? What is the model view purpose? Establish the relationships. To establish the relationships. So establishing the relationships, we call it as what? Data modeling. Data modeling. What is the use of DAX query view is, in the DAX query view, we can write DAX queries. Let's say in order to query SQL Server, we need one software called SSMS, right? So to query SQL Server, we need one front-end software called SSMS. Using this SSMS, you will connect to what? SQL Server. You will query it. Using which language you will query? SQL query, right? Same way, so Power Pivot is also a database. We need to query this database. To query this database, you need one place where like SSMS. That space is here, DAX query view. So here we can write this kind of queries. This is which language query? DAX query. It is writing one query. It is giving one query. When I go and run this query, this query will execute, guys. This query will go and execute and give the results. When I run this query, is it giving a result? If you write SQL query, how it will give the result? When you run the DAX query, this DAX query will write on where? Power Pivot. This SQL queries will write on what? Databases. For some reasons, if you want to query that Power Pivot, where you can query it? DAX query view. DAX query view is used to query the DAX query Power Pivot. So they written one sample query also here. So to query Power Pivot, we will use this DAX query. It is like SSMS, guys. I said that to connect to SQL Server, we need one external software called what? SSMS. SSMS is the place where you will write what? SQL queries or not? SQL queries. Same way, if you want to query Power Pivot, we'll write the queries in where? DAX query view. DAX query view is used to write DAX queries. Is is the place where we will write DAX queries. DAX queries to get the data from where? Power Pivot. To get data from which software? Power Pivot, right? So these are the four views you have. Previously you have how many views? Three views. Now 40. Only last release they added it. So this is about the fifth section. The sixth section you have is so go to report view. This one. This one we call it as what? This is the sixth section I'm planning to discuss. Report canvas. Report canvas is the place where what you will do? Build the visuals. Sixth section is report canvas. Report canvas is the place where we'll create the visuals. Report canvas is the place where we will create visuals. And the last seven section is pages. What? Pages section. For the first time when you open Power BI Desktop, how many pages you will get is only one page, guys. One page. What happens is when you have only one page, when you go and add some 10 visuals to this page will fill. Yes or no? Around 10 visuals when you add this page will fill. If you still want to perform some more analysis, you need to add the pages. In order to add the pages, you need to go to the pages section. You need to click on what? New page. In the pages section, we not only add the new page, when you click on plus button, it will add the new page. Sometimes we will duplicate the page, we'll rename the page. Sometimes we need to even delete the page also. What you need to do? Delete the page, hide the page. These are the things you'll do. Let's write that point. So next one is what? Pages section. What you will do in the pages section? Using pages section, using pages section, we will add page, then delete the page, delete, rename, hide, duplicate, and hide the pages. In the coming classes, I'll discuss why we need to hide the page, why we need to duplicate the page, all this. These are the things you can do in the pages section. This is all about Power BI Desktop user interface, guys. I clearly explained how many sections we have totally. 7 sections. Okay, we are done with this. Let's start the practicals. All we discussed so far is some basic introduction about what? Power View. Now let's start the practical topic. What I am going to discuss now? Visual interactions. What is the topic I'm going to discuss? Visual interactions. Let me go and discuss what is this visual interactions topic. So in order to discuss this visual interaction topic, first I'll go and create couple of visuals. To discuss visual interaction concept, what I'll do is I'll create couple of visuals first. Now I'm going to where? Report view. I'm going to one of the page. Which page? Page 2. Carefully observe. In the page 2, I'll create couple of visuals here. Why I'm creating couple of visuals now is to explain about a topic called visual interactions. To explain about a topic called what? One of the important topic, concentrate, guys. So in the introduction class, what visuals I created? Same visuals I created. First, I want to create one card visual where I need to show the complete sales. Take one card visual, go and drag which column? Sales column. How many regions sales you are seeing? All four regions. All four regions. Do the formatting here. Go to format, reduce the number size to 25 and go to category labels. If you want, you can increase it, no problem. Add border, effects, visual border. Okay, you are showing one visual where you are showing sales. Create another visual where you will show profit. Take another card visual. And in another card visual, now I need to go and drag which column? Profit. When I go and drag profit, select the visual, copy the format painter, paste it. Select the visual, format painter, click on what? Paste. Is it showing profit now? Yes. How many regions profit? 4 regions. Now create another visual where you want to show category wise sales. What you need to show? category wise. In the introduction class, to show category wise sales, which visual I taken? Pie chart. I'm taking the pie chart here. I'm creating only few visuals to explain the topic called visual interactions. Take the pie chart. In the pie chart, go and try to drag category and sales. Go and drag the category column. Go and drag what? Sales column. Do the basic formatting like stopping the legend, changing the label style. Go to format, stop the legend, go to the detail label, change the label style to what? Category comma data value, and go to general effects, add one visual border. I'm able to show category wise sales. Like this, go and create some more visuals. I'll go and create another visual here, region wise sales. To create region wise sales, let me take donut chart. I'm taking donut chart. You blindly for now, your concentration is only about visual interactions today. Don't think about these visuals. I'll talk about the visuals. For now, you need to understand only one thing called, there is a concept called what? In Power View, there is one concept called visual interactions. How that visual interactions will work, what is that purpose, you need to understand. Okay. Now, I created one donut chart here. In the donut chart, what I need to show is, I need to show region wise sales. Drag the region, drag the sales. I need to format this donut chart exactly like this pie chart. What you will do? Select the visual, format painter, paste it. You got formatted it. Now, and lastly, what I need to do now is, what I need to do is, I need to create another visual where I need to show subcategory wise sales. Last visual I'll create now is subcategory wise sales. To create subcategory wise sales, I'll go and take one visual with the name called tree map case. There is a visual with the name tree map. There is a visual with the name called what? Tree map. You also take the same visuals what I am taking for today. Tree map. In the tree map, what I need to show is subcategory wise sales. Select the tree map, drag which column? Subcategory column, drag which column? Sales column. Now you are seeing only subcategory names. Let me show the sales numbers also. To show the sales numbers, go to where? Format, data labels, enable it. Now it is showing sales numbers also. Go to general effects, add the visual board. I created a couple of visuals here. Now, okay. Now you are showing sales and profit. How many regions sales and profit it is? 4 regions. Now what my client is asking is, once they understand 4 regions sales and profit, they're asking to create 2 more card visuals where they're asking to show sales and profit, but this time they want to see only central sales and profit. Which one? Central sales. Now this sales and profit is for what? 4 regions. Once they understand 4 regions, what they might want to understand, let's say in my institute we are running 4 courses. As a owner of the institute, first I need to see all the 4 courses together amounts. Later on I need to see what each course was, right? Same thing they're asking here. When I show 4 region sales and profit, okay, once they understand, after this I want to go to another 2 card visuals where I need to see only what? Central sales and profit. What you guys need to do for that, you need to take one card visual, you need to drag the sales. By default, when you drag the sales, it show 4 region sales or central sales? 4 regions. But you need to show only what here? Central. What do you need to do? Filter. Go to the filters, drag which column? Region. Which region? Central. When I click on central, is it showing central sales or not? Take another card visual, go and drag the profit. When I drag the profit, first it will show 4 regions profit. Yes or no? But I need to show again what here? Central. To show central again, what you need to apply? Filters. Go and drag which column? Region. Click on what again? Central. Is it showing central profit now? Yes. Once after showing
Sunil,
central
sorry if
sales
I
and central
interruption. I have
profit,
one doubt here. Hello.
can I have it at the end?
Sure. Thank you.
Please make a note of it. I'll answer at the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, sales and profit. I want to create 2 more card visuals where I need to show sales and profit, but this time for what? East. This time for what? East. Again, I need to create 2 more card visuals. I need to filter the data or not? Again, they're asking to create 2 more card visuals where they're asking to show sales and profit. This time for what? South. For what? South. Again, they're asking to create 2 more card visuals, sales and profit for what? West. So here again, you need to create. You don't need to do all this, guys. Who will do all this is, when you don't know there is a concept called visual interactions, then you will do all this. But in Power BI, inbuilt there is one concept called what? Visual interactions. That interactions will help you. No need to go and create these visuals. Let me show you. Go to the page 2. In the page 2, now you want to see, currently you are seeing how many regions, sales and profit? 4. After understanding 4 regions, they want to see what? Central sales and profit, right? You no need to create 2 visuals, you no need to filter the data. In this report, go to the visual where we have region column. Go to the visual where we have region column. Where you have region column, do not chat or not. Go to that visual. Which region data you are planning to see now? Central, right? Go and just click on what? Central. When I just click on central, is this numbers changing or not? Yes, right? So previously in the page 3, you filter it and you shown it. How much it is showing? 501, 39. That same number, how you can see here when I click on central? Is it showing? Now client can see central region profit. Once he understands central, next they want to see what? East. Do you want to create 2 more visuals? No need. You just go and click on what? East. Is it showing different numbers or not? When I go and click on south, it is showing different numbers or not? Yes. So how many categories we are selling in the company? 3 categories. 3 categories together, how much sales? 2.3 million, 286K profit. I want to see only technology sales and profit. To see technology sales and profit, go and click on what? Technology. Is it showing different numbers or not? Now it is showing only for what? Technology. How many subcategories we are selling in the company? 17. 17 subcategories together are doing how much sales and profit? 2.3 and 286K. When I just go and click on phones, it is showing what? Phone sales and phones profit. When you select one data point in one visual, all other visuals in the report page will filter the data. Understand here? Technology is doing how much sales? 836K sales. How many regions? 4 regions. Phones is doing how much sales? 330K. How many regions? 4 regions, right? When I go and click on this, 836K got changed to 251. 330K got changed to 98. What is the meaning? Previously it is what? Complete sales, 870 something, 876 something. That is for how many regions? 4 regions. This 251K is for how many regions? Only for West region. Previously phones is showing how much? 330K. Now it is what? How many regions? 98K. Only for West. Previously it is showing 286K profit. Now it is showing only 108 profit. It is for what? West. What we noticed here, when you select one data point in one visual, when I click on one data point in one visual, all other visuals filtering the data. Yes or no? Yes. How it is filtering
Yes.
the data is by because of a inbuilt feature called what? Visual interactions. In Power BI team, when they developed the Power BI software, they added one feature called which one? Visual interactions. What that feature will do? When we select a data point in one visual, all other visuals in the report page, all other visuals in report page will filter the data to that data point, will filter the data to that what? Data point. Yes or no? Yes. This is because of what? Visual interactions. Because of what? Visual interactions. Simple guys. Anywhere when you select it, when I click on phones, this numbers got filtered here. Any visual when you select, all other visuals will filter the data because of visual interactions. Now, let's say I want to see 2 regions together, sales and profit. When I click on central, central. When I click on east, east. Let's say how to select 2 values. How the client can select 2 values is, hold the control button, go and select second value. Without a control button, how many values I can select? Only one value. If you want to select more than one value, hold the control button and select the second value. Now, how many regions, sales and profit you are seeing? Central and east, yes or no? Yes. I want to select 2 values. I want to apply 2 filters. One filter is region equal to central. Second filter is category equal to technology. Different visuals. Go and select what here? Central. Hold the control button and click on what? Technology. How many filters got applied? Region equal to central. Category equal to technology. What is the advantage of doing like this? Someone tell me what is the advantage of visual interactions? A common thing to understand the data in the better way. Any company's data is by filtering, guys. By filtering. Let's say I'm doing the business in some 20 states. I want to understand which state is doing more or less. I need to filter it or not. So if you want to understand any company's data, the thing you need to do is what? Filter. The filtering is easy in Power BI with what? Visual interactions. You don't need to add any new visuals. You don't need to do anything. Only with one click you can do what? Filtering. If this filtering concept is not there, you need to create dozens of visuals. Yes or no? Now you don't need to create dozens of visuals. With less visuals, we can perform what? Lot of analysis or not? Yes. With less visuals, we can perform lot of analysis. So fine. This is visual interactions. Now, when it comes to visual interactions, there are different types of interactions. What are that? How many types of interactions are there? Three types. When it comes to visual interactions, three types of interactions are there. What are the three types? Highlight action, filter action, none action. Let's try to understand this filter actions. First, Power BI will give the first priority to highlight action, guys. I will tell you what is highlight action. Power BI will give first priority, first priority to which interaction? Highlight action. Let me tell you what is highlight action. So before I tell you what is highlight action, let me take one table visual. Let me drag the category column. How many categories are there? Three categories or not? Yes. Let me take another table visual. In the another table visual, go and drag subcategory. Go and drag what? Subcategory. When I drag subcategory, how many subcategories are there? 17, guys. How many? 17. Carefully observe. How many categories are there? 3. How many subcategories are there? 17. When I go and click on furniture, how many subcategories are there? 4. Out of 17, it is showing 4. That means it filtered. When you select a data point here, it got filtered. Because of which feature it got filtered? Visual interactions. Visual interactions. Now when I go and click on technology, it is showing another 4. When I go and click on office supplies, it is showing 9. Furniture, how many subcategories? 4. Office supplies, 9. Technology, 4. Totally, yes or no? That means what we understand here is each category contains particular number of subcategories. Now, let me tell you, I'm trying to tell which interaction first? Highlight action. What is this highlight action is? When I go and click on technology is doing how much sales? 836 scales. Under technology, how many subcategories are there? 4. I want to understand what is the contribution of each subcategory to this sales value. Yes or no? Yes. How can you understand? You don't need to do anything. Just click on what? Technology. When I click on technology, in this visual, only technology related got highlighted. Yes or no? What it got highlighted? Phones, missions, accessories, copiers. This 4 will comes under what? Technology or not? In technology, which one is contributing more? Phones. Second highest contribution is from where? Missions, accessories, copiers. When you sum this 4 sales values, how much you will get? 836K or not? Yes. So when you select a data point, corresponding data got highlighted, remaining other data got grayed out. Remaining other data got grayed out. When any visual it is happening like this, in that visual, which interaction is it is performing means it is performing which interaction? Highlight action. I'm repeating again. When I go and click on, tell me, when I go and click on central, previously this is the complete area. Now it got highlighted a part of that. Yes or no? It is performing here highlight action. Previously 836K it is showing here. Technology is doing previously how much? 836K for how many regions? 4 regions. When I click on central, it got highlighted a part of that and it is central region technology sales. Yes or no? Yes. What it is doing here is highlighting. What it is doing? Highlighting. Here also what it is doing? Highlighting. So Power BI first it will try to do which interaction? When you select the data point, it will try to highlight. Some visuals will not support highlight action. Important point you need to understand is some visuals will not support which interaction? Highlight action. Take an example. You have a card visual here. When I go and click on central, can I highlight a part of this number? No. Here you have some area. In that area, you can highlight a part of that area. Here also you have some area. You can highlight a part of that area. But this visual, it's a number. So when I click on central, if you go and show only these two, if you don't show this, is there any meaning of that? No. When I go and click on central, here it is not highlighting. It is doing what means filtering, right? Few visuals will not support what? Highlight action. Then Power BI will give the next priority to what? Filter action. Some visuals will not support highlight. Then Power BI will give the next priority to, Power BI will give second priority to, second priority to which interaction? Filter action. Filter action, guys. It will filter the data. By default, between the visuals, either you will have highlight, either you will have what? Filter. You will never have none. Default, you will never have what? None. Here the important point is, tell me guys, when I go and click on technology, in this visual it is doing highlighting or filtering? Highlighting. In this visual, highlighting. In these two visuals, filtering. You got it? What is highlighting and filtering, right? Sometimes clients will ask us to change the default visual interactions. Understand? Sometimes clients will ask to change default visual interactions. Default visual interactions. So what is the requirement? I'll tell you. To this point, what is the requirement is, before I go and change it, I'll duplicate this page. Second page is right there. Rightly click on what? Duplicate. This page, I am not going to touch it. This will have default interactions. This will have what? Default. But in the page 2, I'll make the changes. Understand? My requirement is now, when I go and click on technology, it is doing highlight, right? Instead of doing highlighting, here the best thing you need to do is filtering. Best thing you need to do is what? Filtering. Is there any use of showing this grayed out area here? No use. When technology is doing 836K, you need to understand how you 836K is getting. To understand that, if you can show these 4 values, that is okay, right? Instead of doing highlight, better to do what? Filter. It will give better look. We'll see that. That is the requirement. So my requirement is here, instead of highlight, I need to do what? Filter. Let's leave it to highlight only. Don't touch it. In this two visuals, I don't want to make any changes. Even when I click on technology, it need to show complete sales value. Yes or no? Yes. So for that, you need to do what here? None. Currently in these two visuals, doing what interaction? Currently what it is doing? Filter. Now it is doing what? Filter. You
Filter.
need to make that filter to what? None. Our
None.
requirement is here, you need to convert highlight to what? Filter. Here you need to convert filter to what? None. That we call it as what? Change the default visual interactions. To change the default visual interactions, first you need to select the source visual. Where you are going to select the values, you need to go and select the visual. Once you select the source visual, go to where? Format tab. Click on what? Edit interactions. If you want to change the interactions, where we can change it is, first select the visual where you will select the value and go to which tab? Format tab. There is an option called what? Edit the interactions. When I click on edit interactions, except the source visual where I selected, remaining visuals you will see extra buttons here. That is the buttons which we use to change the interactions. What you need to notice here is, some visuals have 3 buttons. Yes or no? Some visuals have only 2 buttons. Why? I said already, few visuals will not support what? Highlight action. That will be missing. Few visuals will have all 3 interactions. Few visuals will have only 2. What are the 2? Filter and none. Which will not be there? Highlight will not be there. Go and see. Donut chart have what? Filter, highlight, none. All 3 is there. Tree map is also have what? Filter, highlight, none. Card visual is having what? Filter, none. What is missing? Highlight. Why? It cannot highlight, right? Now what is the interaction it is performing is, out of these buttons, which button is black? That is the interaction it is performing. Which button is black here? Filter button is black. Which button? Filter button. Here which button is black here? Highlight button. Here which button is black here? Highlight. So by looking at the black color, you can understand which interaction. What is our requirement? None. Here what you need to change? None. Here also? None. In this visual, instead of highlight, you need to change to what? Filter. You leave it to what here? Highlight. You change the interactions or not? Now go and click on one more time what? Edit interactions. When I click on one more time edit interactions, are you seeing that buttons now? No. We change it or not? Now tell me, when I go and click on technology, will it do highlight or filter here? Filter. In these two visuals, will it filter or make it none? None means no change. Let's see that. When I click on technology, see, it is showing only 4, right? It's looking more clear or not? Here it is showing same numbers, right? It's not changing. Why? None. When I click on furniture, only furniture related things are showing, right? Now tell me guys, I have a question for you. When I go and click on central, my question is, in these two visuals, will they remain same or will they filter? None or filter?
None.
None
None.
or filter?
None.
None or filter?
None.
None or filter? Filter. What?
Filter.
Filter. Why filter? This visual as the source. This visuals as the target to change the interactions. This visual as the source. This visuals as the target. You will have what? Default. You will have what? Default. So click on central. It is filtering. Yes or no? Here it is doing what? Highlight. It is not filtering. You change it to filter, right? Why it is doing highlight? This visual as the source. This visual as the target. You change it to what? Filter. But this visual as the source, remaining visuals as the target, still you have what? Default. Still you have what? Default. Now another question. When I go and click on phones, in these two visuals, will it filter or none? Filter or none?
None.
Filter. In this visual, highlight.
None.
In this visual, highlight. Default interactions or not? Default interactions. So sometimes what clients will ask you is, they will ask like this. Between all the visuals, how to set what? Filter action. Between all the visuals, client want what? Between all the visuals, how to set what? Filter action. The meaning is, when I go and click on duplicated the page, right? In the duplicate, all the visuals have default. All the visuals have what? Default. When I click on technology, what it is doing? Highlight, highlight, filter, filter. But every visual I need filter only. Every visual I need what? Filter. Even when I click on central, highlighting, highlighting, instead of highlighting what I required? Filter. Instead of when I click on phones, highlight, highlight. Instead of highlighting what I required? Everywhere I need filter. One way to do that is, you need to go to each visual and change it. Going to each visual and changing it will take time or not? You need to select source visual, go to format, edit interactions, change it to what? Filter, change it to what? Filter. Then you need to go to next visual. Then when you go to this visual, here you need to change it to filter, here you need to change it to filter. Again you need to go to this visual, change it to filter, change it to filter. Yes or no? Going to each visual and changing will take time, right? There is another way where you can change between every visual filter action. There are some clients who is interested. Power BI will give the first priority to what? Highlight action. There are some clients, instead of highlight action, they will like to see what? Filter action. How to set between every visual filter action is, go to the file menu, go to where? File menu. There is something called what? Options and settings. Go to where? Options. When I go to the options, go to current file. In the current file, go to where? Report settings. In the report settings, there will be something called visual options. What is that? Visual options. When you go to the visual options, there is a third checkbox. What is the third checkbox? Change default visual interaction from where? Cross highlighting to cross filtering. Power BI is giving the priority to what? Highlighting. That priority you are asking to change it to what? Filtering. If you go and check this box, wherever highlighting is there, it will change to what now? Filtering. So between every visual, when I go and select this, when I press OK, now go and select technology, filter right everywhere. When I go and click on region here, filtering or highlighting? Filtering. When I go and click on subcategory here, filtering or highlighting? Filtering. Every visual is filtering. For some reasons, if you want to set between all the visuals filtering, the navigation is in the file menu, right? So you'll get the video, guys. Please watch the video and do it. Same visuals you created. So we are done with understanding. So what is visual interactions? Visual interactions is for filtering the data, right? When we select a data point in one visual, all other visuals will filter the data because of what? Because of what? Visual interactions. So we understand types of interactions. What is highlight action, filter action, none action, and we understand few points about it. Between all the visuals, how to set the filter action in the file menu, you can change it, right? Right. We'll stop.